Hey rugby parents, I've made this video just for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can coach your son, okay? Because I want you to help your son, or actually, or your daughter, be the best rugby players they can possibly be. And I know most parents out there want that themselves too. They want their kids to be the best, and I get that, and I want to help you along the journey because sometimes it's quite hard. So who am I? My name is Patrick Searson, and I run Rugby Development Coach, and I like to think that we are the people that help the kids and the players who aren't quite as talented become talented, beat the talent with strength, conditioning, and all about in the mind. Right, so we do the strength conditioning, we also do our skill work, and it's all here in one place. So what we're going to start off with is the thing that people most they know me most for, which is our strength and conditioning. Okay, so let's talk about kids' strength and conditioning. So how can you get your kids' strength and conditioning so that they are going to be faster on the field, so they're not going to lose their speed, so their strength is going to help them bring down kids, so their strength is going to help protect them from injury, okay? And it depends on what age they are, okay? So like, say they're 8, all right? Between 8 and 10, and you're not quite sure what you can do for them. Well, the easiest thing you can start doing is actually doing a little bit of exercise with them, doing push-ups, chin-ups, squats, Nordic curls. There's so many options that you could be doing with them, all right? And all you need to do with them is try and start working on their form. You're usually 8 to 10-year-olds. They don't really work on their form too much. They will just try and muck around, but it's really easy if you do it with them. And focus on the lowering phase. So say you're doing a push-up, focus on going down. You focus on going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'd focus on going down and building that up, okay? And what you want to do is trying to take almost every set to failure, all right? So even if chin-ups, if they can't do a chin-up yet, just throw them up there, push them up, and let them control their way down, all right? And that is going to be a really fast way to build them up. And you can do that with squats, split squats. There's so many different things that you could do. Take it close to failure with that body weight stuff, all right? And what you want to do is just try and keep on adding on how many reps they can do, all right? And that's what I do with my bodyweight mastery program. So I do have programs for that. I'm not going to try and sell it to you, but like that is exactly what we do. I just have a plan for it. Now, that's also going to help with their fitter. Okay, so the number one thing is if a rugby player isn't fit, then you need to look at how strong they are. Because if they are not strong enough, one, it's harder for them to get their own body around, but two, they're going to be using so much more energy just to move themselves around and take down other people. So if someone's really unfit, first, the easiest thing is to get them strong, right? Then you can really look at their running, all right? But you can also do it at the same time, and that's what I like to do. I like to get people strong, and I'll work on their running. So work on their sprints, work on their sprint form, okay? So you can actually take them down to the park and get them sprinting, film them, and then start working on their form. That's what I like to do with my RDC memberships is like I get people to do their sprints and they send me the videos, and then I work on their sprint form so they sprint properly. Because if they're sprinting well, then they're going to be using less energy. All right, it's going to be better. All right, and not only are they going to be faster, but they're going to reduce injury. Okay, so sprint form really good for your fitness. And then doing just a little bit of extra conditioning on top of that doesn't hurt. So like doing some 400s, which are really painful, but actually a really good one. For building up that endurance with long rests. So I really like that one too. Or some interval training. So yeah, I do have a really cheap program for that. It's a $20 program. I put all the links for this below this for you. Yeah, so we have our strength, we have our conditioning, and we have our more speed, and we have our conditioning. Now I also like rugby players. Now if they're 10 to 15s, also to do some sort of mobility work. All right. I usually start people on mobility work when they start first going into the gym, right? Because what they're going to do if they are mobile, one, they're going to get into better positions on the field. They'll feel more comfortable. They won't feel so tight. But you're going to be able to activate more muscle, okay? Because you're going to be able to get into deeper positions. When you can take an exercise into a deeper position, right? You're going to put more mechanical tension, which is going to help you grow. Okay, so if your kid is just starting off in the gym, say like at 13, 14, they want to start in the gym, what can you do? What you can do is slow down their tempo. So say they're doing a bench press, because all kids want to do bench press for some reason. Say that's the bench press, and you're going to go down slow. So I want you to count 5 seconds down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then power up. Now, that's going to teach them really quickly how to actually activate the muscle, right? Where they should be feeling it. All right, which muscles do they need to be using? So that's what I do with a lot of my starting off in the gym is a very slow tempo. So they won't be able to lift as much, but they're still going to get the strength benefit. They're still going to get the size benefit. So that's a really good one for kids starting off. Now, this is my big one. This is my big one for parents, because I get this a lot, because we coach a lot of kids, and we have a lot of parents come to us, and they wonder about, why are their kids not making the A's yet? Why are their kids not getting picked here? The coaches aren't giving good feedback. And I always say the same thing. I say, shut up. You need to trust the process. You need your kid to have fun. Right? If you want your kid to be out there and not enjoying themselves, then be the person that's getting angry at the coach for not giving them more game time. Be the person that's getting angry at the referee for not giving them the calls. Be the person that's getting angry because they lost the game. And now, I know you know parents who are like that, right? But if you want your kid to enjoy the game, then you just need to focus on what they can control. And what they can control is, doing some extra training. They can focus on doing some extra tackling practice. They can focus on doing some sprint work. They can focus on their passing. But you want them to enjoy it, because then they'll be motivated to do it, right? So if your kid's 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, think about the long game. Think about how good they could be at 18 or 17 or whenever, right? Think about the long game, because it's a long game. There's those people who win, right? And take away the stuff that you cannot control. You cannot control other people's thoughts. You cannot control the coach's thoughts. You cannot control the refs' thoughts. So take the pressure off the kid and then work with them. Like, I have parents come